Thank you, Dr. K. Um, Thank you to the Montbury Academy family. But most importantly, I thank the Lord for blessing me and blessing my family. And to be able to do this, it's um, is an honor and a blessing. Um, I know my family is extremely proud, and I hope the our future, which is the kids, can enjoy and cherish this experience that um, I didn't have at Montbury Academy. My building was a little bit smaller than that one, just a tiny bit. Um, but it was definitely I had a great time. I learned a lot and became who I am today. Thank you to all the faculty members that helped me with my English. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to say what I'm saying right now. Um, all the extra time that you spend with me after school, um, that you were working with me to help me say, um, or to help me ask at least, hey, how are you doing? Uh, you guys did great. Thank you. Um, from the bottom of my heart, I am proud and I couldn't be happier to be able to do this. And doing this makes me and feels me because I know um, a lot of young um, men and women would will learn, have a great learning experience at Mount Bird Academy. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all the students go through it, enjoy it, play a lot of sports in that great gymnasium that you guys have. Um, and yeah, enjoy it, enjoy it. And thank you guys for everything, um, everybody that put this together. Thank you.
Thank you, Francisco. And again, thank you everybody for joining. You should have a copy of the press release from the Academy in your inbox as we speak. Please reach out if you don't. And also a reminder to use the raise your hand tab at the bottom of the screen to ask your questions. And of course, we would like to unmute Montverde Academy to come in, and any representatives there to speak to our captive audience we have. When you're able to, you've been given permission to unmute. But right now, we'll go to our first question, which will be from Steve Gelbs.
Hey, Francisco. You clearly just spoke about what the school meant to you and your development. How long has something like this been in your thought process? And how long has this been in the works for you?
Steve, ever since I became a professional athlete, I I've been giving back and always thinking about how I'm gonna help the next generation. What am I gonna do to help the people that come behind me? And uh, this opportunity came up with the building and also with the Lindor Scholarship Fund, um, that which is a program that I have at Montbury Academy, came up as well. Um, and I had to do it with the help of my agent and Dr. K. Um, we um, we started the conversation. We we created something great. And then my fiance, my Katia, and Legna, um, and David Meter, we all sat down and went through um, what we wanted as the requirements for these kids, um, the GPAs, the after school activity, and, and the character, how they behave around. That was where our values, and we created this Lindor Scholarship Fund to to help the future. So this has been a work in progress for a while. It's been in my mind for a while, but with the great group of a great core I have around me, helped me come make this reality possible.
Thanks.
And a reminder to all media to please use the raise your hand tab if you'd like to ask a question. Our next question comes from Ed Coleman.
Hey, Francisco, congratulations on that. Since you've come to Mets camp, it's obvious that you've given back an awful lot. You work with the other players on defense and whatever, and it's obvious that you want to pay it forward as well too. How did that come about? Did you get that from your parents? Was it your teachers? Why has that been so important to you?
Oh, Ed, this starts from my mom and dad. They have always emphasized on us to help others, not just worry about yourself. And then it became my brother, my cousin, my sister, Legna, Francois. This has always been a family thing. And then I had the opportunity and the blessing to meet my fiance, and she's just like that too. She wants to help others. She wants to give back, and she won't express her voice. And just this whole process has been unique, has been amazing to be able to give back. You know, the people that I surround myself, I've always preached, give back. And one of the biggest influences in my life has been my agent, David Meter. And he's just like that too. You know, we just been doing a lot of things quietly, you know, because we're not the type that we celebrate in public, the things we do. But this is big. This is big, and this is something that we have to tell the world, because education, it's the foundation of the future. So we have to do it like this.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next question comes from Danny Torres. Your line's open.
Francisco, congratulations. And I'd like to know, are you already considering going outside of Florida, and that this particular scholarship could be offered for students in the New York City region?
Danny, that's a great question. When we started talking about this scholarship, Dr. Kesserin, my agent David, that was one of the main things we talked about, that he's going to start here, but he's not going to finish there. We want this to spread around the nation and around the world, because it's not just impacting the people in my community, it's everybody around, and that's in need. I want people that are just like I was. Somebody is trying to accomplish a goal and a dream, but with a great education foundation. And that's the motto, you know. Bring people that have goals, that want to succeed in life and want to be someone bigger in life, but have the education being the main thing. We talked about it since day one, and with my sister Legna and Katia, we discussed it, and we not only focus on just baseball players, musicians, basketball players, football players, any sport or non-sport students. You know, people have plans in life. People have goals. In this case, it's young women and young men have goals, and we want to continue to grow. This is not just something that's going to stay at Monterey Academy. Little by little, we're going to make it bigger, and we're going to impact a lot of people's life through this.
Very good. Thank you, Francisco. Reminder, any others that would like to ask a question, please use the raise your hand tab at the bottom of your screen. All right. Our next question comes from Tim Britton.
Hey, Francisco. I'm wondering, what do you remember about getting to Monteverde Academy yourself and the emotions of being there and learning over your 4 or 5 years there and to become kind of the man that you said you are?
Tim, the first thing that comes to my mind is driving to school. There have been a lot of trees and very few houses, and me trying to learn how to say, I don't understand. And it took me forever. I ended up writing in my hands because I didn't learn it. And that's how it started. I was scared. I was anxious. But as soon as I walked in those doors, great members of the faculty helped me. Dr. K was extremely helpful. And Ms. Netherbean and Ms. Ojeda were my first 2 teachers at the school. And they helped me learn the language. And I remember it was just a great environment to learn. It was a great environment to succeed. And that's what I want to create with this building, to be a great environment for young students to be successful.
Thanks.
Next question will come from Justin Toscano. Your line is open.
Hey, Francisco, good to see you. Kind of spinning off of Tim's question. When during the time at Montverde did you realize that education was so important and kind of that foundation for everybody's future?
Justin, to be honest, the first semester, I was like, I don't need the language. I don't need English to play baseball. Because I was, in my mind, the cool kid that wasn't going to let anybody step on me, and I was going to do whatever it took to be a good baseball player. Then I soon realized that to live where I was, I needed to learn the language. To order food, I needed to learn the language. And to play the game that I loved the most, I needed to learn the language. So right then, education became first. There's this term called student athlete. Well, you're a student first, then you become an athlete. And they preach that a lot at Montberg. I have to study first. I have to do my chores first. And then I could go to the field and do what I love the most. Because I didn't love school the most. I love the game the most. But I had to do the work in school to be able to step outside and do what I love the most.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Making sure there's nobody at the academy that wanted to jump in here. I want to make sure everybody has the proper opportunity. So, excellent. Once again, please reach out if you have not received the press release for all the additional details on today's announcement. And Francisco, thank you very much for your time. And thank you all for joining today's announcement.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.